was a small part of Guitar Rag by Chet Atkins. You'll notice when I played this piece that I just have bare fingers and a bare thumb, and that the basses don't really make a sound. They're damped, they don't ring. That's one particular kind of picking. It's often called Travis picking. People often play this with a thumb pick as well. So what is the difference between using bare fingers and finger picks? When do we use one and not the other? I think it's mostly a case of preference, but there are a definite difference between the two sounds and the different ways that they're used. In that last piece, I was damping heavily with my palm of the right hand and using a bare thumb. But of course, very great players like Chet Atkins and Tommy Emmanuel and Doc Watson do the same thing with a finger pick, with a thumb pick. Watch my hands in close-up as I perform this technique, and you'll see what I mean by damping the bass strings with the palm of my hand. I'll play that little piece of Travis picking again, and notice how the heel of my picking hand is always in contact with the first 2 or 3 bass strings, making a thumping sound instead of letting them ring. If we separate out the alternating bass, we can hear that characteristic chunk chunk chunk, the muted bass sounds of the Travis picking style. Watch while I play a part of Deep River Blues by Doc Watson. It's the same kind of Travis picking style, but sometimes the bass notes are not damped. They're damped now and again to cause the right effect. Now, thumb pick is a natural amplifier. When I hit the strings with a thumb pick and let it ring, particularly on a good guitar like this small-bodied Martin, it makes quite a nice bluesy sound. When this is joined by the finger pick that I use, which is a steel finger pick, then it makes quite an impressive sound. But it can be very harsh, as you can hear, particularly when the metal finger pick hits the metal strings. Take a look in close-up and you'll see how I use the thumb pick and the finger pick. The last clip showed how I use a thumb pick and a finger pick to play a blues in A. It gives it a particular flavour and some flexibility. It makes it lively. In the next clip, I'm going to use the finger pick in the way that Big Bill Broonzy used his thumb, which was to spread it across 2 or 3 bass strings to make this thrumming sound characteristic of Big Bill's playing. is a little piece of a song by Leroy Carr called How Long Blues, and this is a great example of how I can use the finger pick and the thumb pick to different effects to create a nice sound. So you can see, even with quite a simple blues song like How Long Blues, there are quite a few things happening. For example, the basses. I'm stumbling the basses with my thumb pick. So instead of just hitting, I'm stumbling from the bass E, which makes it a little bit more complicated and syncopated and more interesting, which is really important. We need to make the music interesting so people want to listen to it. The other thing is that with my steel finger pick, often I don't just hit one note. You'll see when I start to play this song, the finger pick moves across 2 or 3 treble strings. It fills out the sound, it makes it broader and again more interesting. There are many ways to play the guitar, many ways to finger pick, and whether to use finger picks or not is just one of the choices we need to make. But maybe we need to consider using both kinds of style for the different songs that we want to perform. Have a good time, keep on picking, I'll see you next time. Let it rain, let it pour, let the rain come down some more, and I got them deep river blues. Let the rain come on down now, let the winds just hit the ground. I got them deep river blues.